All right, good morning everybody. Today I'm out again at Raven Rock State Park, but today I'm actually going to be doing the Raven Rock Loop Trail, and I will be adding in the trip down to the rock, which is approximately 100 stairs down and 100 stairs back up. So I got here about 10:30 this morning. Temperature's around 54 degrees, so it's a really nice day to be out here. But there's already a crowd of people here, so I'm sure that they'll be restricting entrance here in the next hour from what the parking lot looked like. But lots of folks out here with their dogs. Of course, they're on leashes and they're controlling them well, but just another good day to be out hiking on the trail. I started on the end of the loop that is at the picnic shed. So it's rather flat to begin with, and then it'll drop down several steps as we head toward the river and then back up and around. So I'll show you some of those views as we go along. All right, I'm out. Okay, I've come down off of the little part with the stairs, and I just wanted to show you that. It doesn't look that steep, and it's really not that steep, but there are some pretty good sized steps that you have to take. And it is a really short downhill portion right here. It's not too tough on the knees or the ankles or anything. It's just a gradual descent down to closer to a creek, and it's still going down some, but the biggest thing are those tall steps, and you know, they can be an issue, but as long as you watch where you're going and take it easy stepping down off of them, it'll be okay. So anyway, I'm coming up on some people, so I'll go ahead and cut this off. All right, I'm out. That's where this came from. Just wanted to show you a little bit of a lay of the land here. Nice flat bottom here. All right, when we get close to something else, I'll give you another look. All right, I'm out. All right, I'm here at the second bridge. This is a small creek, but it is a very pretty little creek running through here. Thought I'd give you a view of that. So yeah, it starts, kind of splits and forms a little island here, comes down under the bridge, and it really meanders along down through here. Got more folks coming, but you can see the creek just keeps continuing on. This is another really pretty spot. If you can see, the creek comes down, basically runs through, cuts through some rock here, and it comes through and it winds back out around this way, and you can see it continuing on. But I think another thing what really makes me like this trail is the fact that it's covered with mountain laurel. I mean, mountain laurel running on both sides of the trail, and you don't see a lot of mountain laurel here, but you come out to Raven Rock and there's just a lot of it, and when it's in bloom, it's just spectacular. But I've run into several people already this morning, and everybody's just so friendly today. Just talking about how perfect the day is and how beautiful it is, and I agree with them. I mean, God has really provided for a nice day to be out in His creation, to just soak up the sun, feel the slightest bit of a bite in the air. When the wind blows, it kind of cools down. The dogwood is in bloom in certain places, and I don't know, it's just a great day to be out here. And it's a great trail. I wish that it wasn't so crowded on the weekends that a lot of people basically turn around and leave. But if you got to wait 20-30 minutes, it's still worth your wait. And like I said, today I started at the picnic shed, and I'm walking, I don't know, almost, I would consider walking the trail backwards, because most people start downhill, headed toward the fish traps, and then take the loop that way. But it's a beautiful day out here, and I am actually coming up on the Little Creek trail, and this is the trail, well, let's put it this way, the Raven Rock Loop Trail goes that way, and if you walk that way maybe 200 yards, you will run back in, or you'll find the other end of this Little Creek trail, because it's just a loop that goes off of the loop. And I was trying to decide which one I wanted to do, but it's such a beautiful day out here today that I am going to take a ride and hit the Little Creek trail. So that stream that we've been following, it's now running to my right, so I suppose that's the Little Creek. So yeah, we'll follow this around, and this way I can actually also show you the canoe campsite. Now you can see here there's a small stream that runs across here, probably seasonal, but there's no bridge there. So where the Raven Rock Loop Trail is pretty highly maintained and has all those nice bridges on it, I guess you could actually say this trail is a little bit more primitive, probably not traveled quite as much, but it will add probably another 3/4 of a mile to my loop today. So the Raven Rock Loop Trail is technically 2.1 miles. I don't even think that includes going down to the rock, which we are going to do. but it doesn't include this, so I'm not sure the actual distance on this trail, but I do love this trail. So let's continue on. I'll show you anything else that happens to pop up. All right, I'm out. All right, so I just came across something new that wasn't here the last time I was on this trail. You can see apparently this tree is falling. I think it's been probably dead for a while, but you can see it's in the creek on the other side. There's another tree up there falling, and of course they've cleared the trail. This looks like it's been here a while, but I don't ever remember seeing it in the past, so you know, who knows when it fell, but I'm glad it wasn't in the way. That way I can just keep heading down the trail. But I'll tell you, if you were looking for just somewhere to get out and just enjoy nature for just a little while, since I got on the little creek trail here, I haven't passed anyone. Well, there's some folks. Alright, I'm out. Alright guys, I stopped there. I wanted to give those folks just a minute to finish up what they were doing. They were down here taking some pictures, and yeah, this is just one of those sites that I wanted to share with everybody. Again, it's just the number of rock formations along this creek, and it's just, if you look up the stream, it's just a constant fall as it comes down, and of course every bit of this is headed down toward the Cape Fear River, which we'll be at eventually. But yeah, I didn't want to disturb them. I just moved on down the trail a little bit and gave them time to get their pictures and all that, and then I was able to share it with you. So I'm going to head on down. We're almost to the Canoe Campground, so once I get there I'll show you that as well. Alright, I'm out. Alright everybody, I am almost to the apex of this little creek trail. And what I mean by apex is it is a loop. So I'm about to come to the furthest point away from where you can get on this trail, and then I will be turning and heading back up toward the Raven Rock Loop Trail again. And once I get on there, I'll hang a right going up to the trailhead to the rock, and it's all downhill from there, of course, until we get ready to come back out. But right here at the bottom, you see I've been pretty low and close to this creek the whole way, but now we're going to climb a few stairs, and you can see a bridge over there. And I've only been in this area for 3 years, and this bridge has not been open the entire time that I've lived here. From what I understand, during one of the more recent hurricanes, this whole area flooded, and when it did, they had a pit toilet down there that overflowed and basically contaminated the entire area. So it looks, I can see bridges down there today, but you can see we're at the point where the Canoe Camp is just to my left, and the group camp would be across that bridge and back into the woods and way back in there, but of course we can't go there. I'm going to respect the signs to keep out. I'm going to take you down that way and show you some of the campsites. I see a tent down there, so we'll stay away from everybody else. But again, you can see, you know, Raven Rock is to the left, and we are at the Canoe Camp. So I'm going to head down that way, and if we have an empty site, I'll show it to you. All right, I'm out. All right, so I'm down here at actually the canoe takeout at the Canoe Camp here at Raven Rock. I wanted to give you a look at that. So if you decide you want to canoe in here, they got a place where you can take out. So you just pull your canoe up. There's not a lot of space here, but I don't know how high the river is either. I'm not that familiar with the normal levels, but nonetheless, you can take your canoe out there, and then you've got a set of stairs to bring it up. It clearly tells you here that you're at Raven Rock State Park, and it is the Canoe Camp. They actually have 6 individual campsites. They'll hold 2 or 3 tents apiece, but you have to have a permit if you want to paddle in here and stay. So you have to do that through the state park system. But as I was down here, I noticed that actually, the closer and closer I All right, I'll have to watch the last clip to see if it's appropriate to put on here, but I took a pretty good fall back there. Stepped off the steps onto the bank where it looked a little muddy, but it didn't look that slick. It looked pretty dry, but I went down. So I don't know if that's going to be appropriate to put on, but I've got another route to what I was getting ready to show you. And what I was getting ready to say is, the closer I've been getting to the river down here, the greener everything's getting. And so also the buckeyes here are starting to bloom. So you can see the bloom here. I'm not sure which variety of buckeyes they are, but the blooms are not completely open, but they are coming. And so just wanted you to see that. There's also a few little wildflowers that are blooming. I don't see any right here, but I am going to stay away from that mud. Yeah, I didn't get hurt, but boy, I got dirty. That mud was just everywhere. But if you do canoe in here, there's plenty of flat space here that you could store your canoe and take the rest of your camping stuff up. I don't know that you'd want to take the canoe all the way to the campsite. I suppose you could, but after coming up the steps that we just came up, and then there's another pretty good flight of stairs that you got to go up. And while they're not too hard to maneuver on your own, I would say that dragging the canoe up here would not be a lot of fun. You can see they do have a pit toilet here, so you've got that available to you. And then over here are all the rules and regulations for the park and for camping in here. So yeah, pretty nice little camping spot here. I've always used it just as a hike in. Never have canoed into here, but we're gonna have to do that one day. All right, I'm out. Okay, so I'm going to give you a walk-in of what the campsites look like. I know this is one that I have used often when I've come down here with the youth group, and you know, it's got plenty of camping area if you want to tent camp, or if you want to hammock camp. Either one works. All the campsites have a picnic table. They have a fire ring, and of course some benches, place to hang your lantern, of course. This is the one thing that I remember about this site is got this standing water back here. It's not here all the time, but after some heavy rains it can be here. I don't think I'd want to be here in the summertime when the mosquitoes are out, but yeah, nice place to camp. And it's really cool. I was coming back up from the canoe ramp and cut the camera off because there were some people coming up, and I'd be doggone if it wasn't people I knew from Wilmington, troop master of the Trail Life troop down there that I left. He took my place when I left, but he said this is the first time they've ever been here, and just to be able to run into them, that was awesome. So they're going the same way I'm going on the trail, so if they catch back up to me, or if I see them down at the rock, I may snap a picture and include it in here. But Niles and his family were here just on a little excursion of their own today. So hey, if you're not out here, you ought to think about it. Okay, I'm out. Okay, so I'm back up on the top part of the trail now. I can see the creek probably 50 to 70 feet below me. There's a little bit of a climb up a small hill here, and then you could see the Cape Fear on the other side. But you know, it's back on level ground. The thing about hiking here at Raven Rock is a lot of it is flat, and then you have those few occasions where, you know, you got to go up a hill or up some stairs, whatever the case may be. But yeah, for the most part, you're on good level ground. Just got to watch out for the occasional root here and there. But I think probably I've been on this portion of the trail for about a mile now. I see a marker coming up. I'll be able to tell exactly how far I've been on this trail. But yeah, it's exactly 1 mile since I took the fork. So, and I've been taking my time talking to people, so you know, I'm not burning down the woods getting to where I want to be, but you know, I am enjoying myself, and that's why we come out here. Be out here in God's creation and just enjoy looking and exploring. There's so many things we don't understand, and we don't have to understand, but just admire the work of His hands. So yeah, it's going back uphill just a little bit, but I can see just over the crest where it drops back down to the river. Once I crest this hill, you know, it will flatten back out again. But you can see, I'm going to take a little detour off the trail. Some folks have been out here. You can see where the leaves are all mashed down. But yeah, you can look over, and from up here, I don't know if you can see it down there, but yeah, down there's a river. And just upstream from here is where Raven Rock is. Okay, so I said I wasn't going to do this because I don't want to fall, but I'm going to take a chance. Try the video. So I'm going down these stairs. So as you can see, they just keep going and going. I can actually come up them better than I can go down them, but it's really rough on the knees going down. I'll give you just a little preview of this rock face here. That obviously is part of the Raven Rock, but these steps, I've counted them, there's like 100 of them from the top to the bottom, and with bad knees it makes it feel like there's 200. But you can see, I think you can see the people down here. But I'm going to put this up for now. Alright, so I've made it down here to the rock, and just as I thought, there are lots of people here. I decided to take a break and eat a Snickers bar. Give me more energy to climb back out of this hole. But while we're here, this is the magnitude of Raven Rock. If I could zoom out, I would. But that's it. Big rock. So I've probably got about a mile left before I'm through the trail. But I'll get you some more shots along the way. All right, I'm out. All right, I've made it back up the stairs. Not too bad. As I said before, coming up is a whole lot easier than going down. So now I've got, I think it's a half a mile to the overlook, which is a pretty nice little vista looking out over the river. I've actually heard from several people that from time to time you can see bald eagles there. I've never been quite that lucky, but you never know. Today could be the day. But yeah, mentioned before that I saw Niles, and that was pretty cool. His son Peter, who I had in Trail Life in Wilmington, ran into him too. he had been riding his mountain bike on the other portion of the trail, and then he had headed down to join with his parents, and so I saw him too. So score today. It's just really good to see people that you form friendships with, then you move away or go your separate ways, and that reunion's always fun. So it's great to see both Niles and Peter today. And so anyway, so when I do get to the overlook, I'll try to get another shot for you from there, but my battery, I didn't charge it before I left, so it's running low, of course, but I'll try to get you that shot before I run completely out of battery. All right, until then, I'm out. Okay, this is another spot that's really interesting to me. This particular tree almost looks like a saddle. You know, there's stories of Native Americans making directional trees pointing to either water or different stuff, and I don't know that this is one of them, but it's a pretty cool tree. So anyway, we'll have to always be wondering if that's the case or not. All right, I'm out. All right, so there were quite a few people at the overlook, so I just tried to take a shot and then get out of there, because you know, you don't want to be filming everybody else without their permission. So I'm back on the trail. All I've got left is finishing up. So I see the red lights on my battery, so I may not get a wrap-up video here at the end, but I'll do my best to, and I'll show you once again, as I've said all along, there's a few steep places and everything else is relatively flat. So I'm gonna hustle on out. I got about a half a mile left, get home and get some lunch. So for right now, I'm out. Okay, we're here at the split where if you go straight down the trail, you go to the fish traps. It's only half a mile. If you go back this way, you get to the overlook, and then to Raven Rock in just about a mile. And then if we follow this trail, we'll get back to the parking area in 3/10 of a mile. So as you can see, just like the trail leaving from the other end of the loop was just a slight and gradual downhill, this last 3/10 of a mile going this way is just going to be a gradual slope back up to the parking area. And again, this is a very easy, beautiful trail to be on. So if you get an opportunity, come on out here and check it out. All right, I'm out. All right, everybody, as you can see, I've made it back to the Jeep. I went a total about 4.5 miles today, which was more than I thought I was going to do when I got here, but it was just so cotton picking pretty that I had to just keep going. My plan was just to do the Raven Rock Loop Trail, and I ended up doing that and the Little Creek Loop as well. So it was a great day. Any day that you can be out in nature is a blessing. Today was especially a blessing because I ran into a couple of friends, and this was the last place I expected to see them, but I did. So anyway, again, if you get a chance to get out here, it's an easy trail. a lot of fun. Gets crowded at times, but everybody I ran into today was very friendly. So until next time, I will see you out here. All right, I'm out.